Alright, so I'm going to finish this off today. Thankfully my mum's gone out, therefore I have time for the TV. So let's get this last little section underway. Jumping back in, we are in the courtyard tunnels. As you can see, I'm going to dump off the crap in my inventory. I think it's just ink ribbons. Take the crank with you, you're going to need it. And you might as well take the eagle medal with you now, but you can come back to the save room, so I'm going to leave it behind. Make sure you got a full heal with you. Drop that off there. Ensure you've got the crank. Let's go do this part. Go out the door. We'll end up back in the long corridor after the fight with the black tiger spider. Now we're going to turn to the right and we're going to sprint the corridor all the way along, straight past the panel that Chris uses the flamethrower on to unlock the door. Go through this door. Be ready, on the other side there may be monsters, but I don't think there is. No, you're cool, it's clear. Right, we're going to do this bit first. Run up to the boulder. Say hello to the boulder and look around behind it. Turn, start running down the corridor. Now this is a much longer run than the last one. You have to run a lot further. So sprint, 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 and run into this alcove. Boulder will roll past. Turn around and go back up, and you will find the most pointless thing ever done in a game. If you go up here, you find a map of the tunnels now, after you've gone through every single one of them. What the hell is the point in that? I mean, come on, Jesus Christ. Grab the Doom Book 2 from the wall, open it, we'll get the second medal out of this one. I don't want to combine it. If you check it, turn it around so you're facing the pages. I turned it the wrong way. Whack it open. There's the wolf medal. Now, before we go back to the save room, we're going to do another puzzle real quick to get a key item. That way I can get rid of the crank as well. Going to go down here. You may have noticed this when I run to the boulder. Go to the hole in the wall. Use the crank. You want to use it 3 times to get the hole to face the left. Any other direction, nothing happens. If you turn it to the floor, you can't get back up there. So there you go. There's one. Going to use it again straight from my menu. This is number 2. Ignore the ratio changing so frickin' often, it's getting on my nerves. One more turn. We are doing this for an item that we need before we can go anywhere within the lab facility, because we're actually getting the lab key from here. So this is an essential thing to do. Doesn't matter what anyone says, you've got to do this before you can go any further in the game. Now they've moved the lab key. Normally you find the lab key inside the lab itself. Evidently not the case here, as you can tell. Now I've turned it 3 times. Let's go up and into this room. Don't worry about monsters, there's none. Even if there was, they'd meet the business end of my magnum. They wouldn't last very long. In here, basically you want to go down here, find the statue. Move the statue 5 pushes up, roughly. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's a little bit more than 5, I'd say about 5.5. Then you go to the hole in the wall, use the hex, well, don't use the hex crank as the case may be. Yep, I missed it by like a pixel. Now use the hex crank, turn it, and it will push the statue away from the wall, like so. You want to go for about 5 and a little bit pushes. Use the crank again to put the wall away, because now it's in the way. That'll retract it all the way into the wall. Close your menu. Let's go up here. Now you want to push the statue to the right onto the pale green square that you can see on the floor. This will open the panel set in front of it. I go over here. Go to the panel and you will find the lab key. That's what we came in here for. That's what we need. We're now going to be entering the lab with 6 items in our inventory. Now there is, however, herbs before you enter the lab. I'm not going to grab them all because I've got plenty to last me for now. Grab that. Go out here. Down the corridor, all the way down, ignoring the boulder, go in here, back through this door. To the save room we are going to go. Now I did this way because there is a chest like literally just inside the lab, but I'd rather do it this way because it gives me time to sort a few bits and pieces out. Go up here. Alright, go straight for the chest. Let's dump the crank. You now don't need either of those cranks again for the rest of the game, thankfully. So I'm going to swap out the crank for the eagle medal. So I got wolf, eagle, gun, ammo, and a heal. And take the lab key with you. Now let's go back out. Now thankfully, as you saw earlier, I did the little bit of a glitch with the Magnum ammo, so I've got a lot more Magnum ammo than you will have unless you do the same thing I did. So I'm running around with, you know, enough Magnum ammo to fire at anything and not worry if I miss. I'm not normally like that with a Magnum at all. Normally I never miss. As I proved earlier when I shot at the hunter and I hit another hunter that wasn't even on the screen. So it kind of caught me by surprise. We're about to get rid of 2 spaces in our inventory anyway, so we're going to have 4 items for free, so you can grab the herbs that are at the top here. If there's 3 green herbs, I'm going to use one of them. So or if there's, I don't know, how many is there? Right, that door on the left you can never go through, ignore it, go up into the area. There is 2 green herbs and 2 blue herbs. Now I'm going to make a quick 2 green mix. Gotta leave the blue herbs behind, there's no need to worry about them like ever again. Don't even know why they're giving us blue herbs. It'd be more helpful to give us red herbs, but that's Capcom for you, they don't want to make anything easy. Let's do it this way, you want to combine, make a double green. Now let's go get rid of those 2 medals. Now I'm going to grab the MO disc in a sec, one of my MO discs in a second, but you also find another 2 MO discs in the lab. So if you're going for the good ending like I am, you will find the 2 MO discs that you're missing in the lab, so don't start panicking like I did about having not found them all. Now, one of them is in the room with the computer, and the other is in the room with the projector. So I'll grab them on the way and show you where they are. Let's go down the lift into the lab itself. Tra-la-la-la-la. Takes so very, very long. It's rather annoying. Right. Okay, you want to make a note of to yourself. Go along here. Make a note of that door on your right. It's basically locked in case of a type 1 emergency, a type 1 emergency being a self-destruct sequence. Now, go down the ladder, and straight away in this room you will find a chest. Now I'm going to drop out my herb mix for an MO disc, which is up here, I believe. There it is. That's just me being me, doing things a little bit differently, so I don't have to worry about coming back to a chest for my MO discs. Go through the door, there's going to be zombies in this corridor. You'll now start to bump into these zombies. These zombies kill you in 2 bites, so be careful. Take his head off. Take his head off. 2 dead zombies. Go around the corner. There's another one further down here, somewhere. I think there he is, he's around the corner, I can just see his arm. I'm going to grab this herb. Before I kill him, I'm going to use this herb, because I'm not on perfect fine, and it annoys me when I'm not on perfect fine, especially in this area. Get it back up the green. Now you're going to want to move forward a little bit so you can get a shot at that guy. Apparently I missed him. Didn't that time. There we go. Reload. Go up here, go around the corner. Go all the way to the end. Is there anything on this desk this time? Yep, there is. What is it? Yeah, you want to take the slide cartridge, but I'm actually going to come back for the slide cartridge because I can get rid of that key before I do this. But remember, those slides are there. You're going to need them. You don't have to do that part, I guess. You can always get away with not doing it, but it kind of helps. It explains a bit of the storyline. Go down the stairs. Zombies are plenty down here. Take that guy's head off. I'm going to go straight in this door. Trying to remember which door's which. You don't have to go in here first. You can actually go a different way. This corridor is always clear. That door at the end is where Chris is being held. That's where I'm going to be going a little bit later. Going in this door first. This is the only door in this corridor that's actually open. The other one's open by electronic lock. As you can see, there's a zombie there. Is there another one in this room? Nope. Go over. I'm going to turn the light on. Push the light switch. Yes, please. You can see there's a file on the desk. This basically tells you how to access the computer. You need to. John Ada Mole is basically the password. It's trying to tell you. I don't need to do this bit, so I'm not even going to bother. Combine. Load that. In that box there, there's handgun bullets. As you can see, there's a green herb at the back. I'm not going to bother. Go back out of the area. You can only assume that the zombie in there was John, who was Ada's boyfriend, apparently. Now, go back through these double doors, and we will meet on the other side.